the beginning of the end and the start of a new beginning. Time has come to reunite yourself and to let go of the demons in your head that have held you in captivity for so long. It's time to flip the page and prove them wrong. It's time for I don't give a fuck.
There it is.
So Amanda Nunes is done?
Yeah, she's done.
100%.
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
but maybe not. She might just take a couple of years off.
She might get used to that money that she has, and you know.
Yeah.
You can
Let's
either.
go. All right, we made it. We're in Cambridge, Wisconsin, at the Fur Harvester's warehouse. We're here to see Gregg and do a video on grading coon and fur market update. So I'm still going in and see if we can find him. Guy in our entire county. Yeah. Doing anything, which is good. Fish for everything that we want, you know, which is good, but
He's like them guys, they just don't have.
I mean, yeah. How's that? It is. Come a little more, Josh.
Alright. That'll be about it too, it's gonna be about.
Well, we did the best we could. Oh, he was keeping the best coons we got this year. 'Cause, you know, them larges and 1X really ain't worth much.
Nope. So you need some new bags?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeet. That's cool. I always wondered how this works. They grade them, pack them. That's probably how they sell them. They don't even take them out of that bit. Yeah.
Graded, finished. Yeah, number. Usually the length is good enough for.
So those are coming. They send them down from
Yeah.
Canada.
We get all the fur in the United States. We get it all picked up yet, but it's all shows up here. This is pretty cool. Yeah, no, everything, we got like gathered, they gotta make all these and stuff. Running these rings. But, oh, yeah, this is got bolts. You'll get bolts out of Minnesota too. The western side, it's just soft.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was feeling that one.
Yes, and then you get the different weights. These are still the weights. Yeah, these are. Yeah, see that?
Yeah.
Then you feel that one. Even though that's brown, that's more of a heavy camera.
Yep.
Feel, see, look at it, heavy.
Yep.
And these are settings. There's nothing underneath them.
Would you say he's losing some guard here?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But these are the western. You can always tell them in the necks. They're soft.
And that's very important on these.
Yep.
This cut right here.
Yep. You can always tell if they're rubbing by the neck.
He's starting a little belly here.
But yeah, you can always tell that. You can, and even color, you can color that through.
Yep.
You'll tell it.
Rub him a little
I'll
bit
just
there
tell you how
too.
heavy they are. You feel that throat? See how heavy it is?
Yeah.
Don't feel that.
Yep. Ain't much there.
Even down,
I mean, there is.
even down, check the throat, and then you get the border line. Yeah, that is cool.
So this is one of the better ones here. Just the color is a little.
Yeah. They're
A little
about, they're
darker.
about, they're about all the same. To be honest with you, they're about all the
They're
same.
all going to be about the same value.
And then even in the west, you'll get a coyote that's a western type.
Yep.
It'll be coarse.
Yep. See, our easterns are real coarse, hard.
So you can get a
And
coarse
this
eastern.
cotton.
Nope, he's just
No, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
You can just see it. It's basically just west stands for silky and pale, and east stands for dark.
Okay.
Yeah, if you get too fussy with these, you'd never have a good one.
Yeah, right. Yep.
And they're all going to be a little complicated.
Yep. So is there anyone getting back into that parka market?
No, probably in the U.S., you really don't have the coat manufacturers.
Right.
You know, the Canada Goose was a coat manufacturer. Was a coat coat manufacturer that used trim.
Wasn't there people trying to compete with them?
Oh, there was this.
Yeah. And then they just didn't put the volume up they did.
No. And the problem is now, you know, if you wanted to start it, try to get someone to, they try to get someone to make any garments.
Yep. But you can get the cows a lot cheaper now, but
You'll never gonna make
ended up pretty good, but we were messing
These are ones
around
you did?
with it.
Okay, so you're pulling straight around.
When you skin them, you go leg to leg, pretty much. And I don't even watch them all.
So show 'em the
That's still
difference
gonna
on
be a
here.
chop. But yeah, like yours. Well, that'd have been a
So that one's pretty good though,
that
right?
one's pretty good, but that'd have been a 2X anyway.
Okay.
Yep. These, what happens there is when you open it up, you're gonna make, when you open it up, after it's tan to make a plate, they want that straight across.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you just get a jagged cut, which doesn't give them. So this one, when they open it up, like that,
I gotta go back to here.
yeah.
Yep.
Because that's basically when they cut it down the belly, and they lay it out. This really had no value.
So we need to pull that down
you
and
can pull that down,
staple it flat. Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, we had a good year.
So really nice.
These are some of the better coons we've seen in the last few years.
What I do is when I put mine on a board, I'll pull my sides down first.
Yep.
Then I square it up off my sides.
Okay.
So first thing I do on the board is I never start by the, looks like you start by the tail,
Yep.
and you run out of first. So what I do is I pull the back of those legs down and put my board this way, and then just kind of square.
Okay, because yeah, I see you got like a little pleat in there, but that's.
If you pull this down, this will pull up.
Mhm.
And it takes the height and stretches it, and then it pulls it from here, and this will come up in the air. So you want to start right here and just pull it. It's on your board. You pull these two sides down.
Okay, staple them first.
That'll be your first 2 pins if you right
Okay. So we're losing inches on these.
there. Yeah.
Okay.
And some of these you only got.
Yeah.
bigger than that
Yeah.
anyway.
It's yeah. See
But
that
that
one
one-
would have maybe made 4.
Yeah. So when you grab these, instead of pulling this down, then it's harder to do it. Just first 2 pins will be, your legs will be right there. Your legs might be a little bit more about right there. And this will give it.
Yep.
Don't look like it now.
You can stretch them.
Yeah. That one you don't have to measure. We do the, when we size them, that's your 3X, 2X.
Yep.
And we'll do the 2X, with 4 and 5X together. But if you lay this out, pull the fur back, you can see the line.
Yep. So it's a 3.
Actually, the best way to measure it comes from the
Okay.
bone. But you can see this. So manufacturer, first thing he's going to do is, and I'll be honest with you, I don't have my rules.
I don't either.
It is what it
Some
is.
of them are.
Yeah.
I don't hardly.
See
have
how that one you squared off with,
See, some of these, like I noticed on this one, that's one that St. John did.
Yeah.
see? Yeah, that might have been skinned wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, you can just tell how it was.
Yeah.
Skinned, yeah.
Stapled it
stretched.
back.
We had
too.
another guy helping.
Okay, yeah, and he probably skinned it. But that was rubbed out.
Yep. He's rubbed out.
And then, and the damage is after we put the 3X, 4X together,
Yep.
so it don't make any difference until we pile
So
it.
you can tell when they get rubbed,
the
they
black.
get that big black mark down their back.
That's what they do, some articles they do fur out and some leather out. The reason they do a coon leather out is, you can see the plunge. And you do a coyote fur out because they really don't damage.
Yep.
The
So do
damage,
you-
the damage on a coyote,
So what causes this?
oh, burdock.
Okay.
He was one time full of burdocks, and they'll leave that brown stuff on them.
Okay.
That freckly stuff.
Yep.
You see them, they get burdocks in, and it irritates the skin, and we get a rash. They too rough.
Does that hurt value as much as this?
No, but you know that
They do.
If you had them, it probably a lot of times if you watch them,
It'll beat the fur out.
yeah, and it usually does too. Actually, that was not so bad.
No. So do you go to the
That one
4X?
there, the face came off.
Yep.
So you got to know you
That hurt, yeah.
That would have been 4X.
Yep.
I mean, you take into consideration. So if the face falls off the stretcher is only that long, we just that's what.
So how do you get the 5X measurement? Are you just quit at 4 or
Off
do
the
you
board.
go off the board? Okay.
And we used to make them in the past. The problem was lately I haven't, but it seems I get more money with a 4X, 5X fixed than a 5X
Okay.
because they'll have a tendency to.
Yeah, they say 4X, 5X selects or
Yeah.
instead of just 5X.
So that's a good one there. How many holes is going to count as damage?
3, 4's out.
So like,
3 holes.
so is that a hole? That's a hole.
Yep.
So
1,
1, 2, 3, 4,
5.
and then 5. So it's
Just
gonna
a
be damage.
slight.
So it's a slight,
Slight
damage.
damage.
Yep.
If you just would have had those, no. Would have had them are kind of bigger. If you just would have had those 3, no. Then you get your finger messed up.
And how much would you say if it's a good coon, so it's a select?
Last year would have cost you about $6, $7.
It does. It's that much, huh? Okay. So fleshing is very important.
Yeah.
You know, I think those are bullet holes.
Them are bullet
Those are
holes.
bullet holes.
I do the
Those are
best I
bullet
can,
holes.
but
Them are bullet holes. You shot,
Yeah.
you shot them crossways.
It's going to be a great one
Yeah.
I want to talk about.
the salt one.
You shot them crossways. Shot 'em.
We put up a couple coons for someone that decided to salt them.
Yep, that's out.
How bad?
Garbage?
you know, it hides all imperfections. And anytime you see something that's salted, usually it's because they let them start getting asphalt.
So it's worth nothing.
No.
I mean, how bad?
Probably worth $1.
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, they salt them out.
Yeah.
because- Or if they shoot them in pieces.
And they're a pain to flesh when they're salted.
That's
You know,
This
and
is
you,
a war bag.
one
Yeah.
reason for that salting why it's out is a lot of times you just can't see it, but you see how it turns
Yep.
colors. It started turning that green one.
no, I know they were bad.
They
Yeah.
were bad, yeah.
There's only a couple of them.
Yeah, there's only two.
Yeah. And that's just kind of par for that. Oh, we don't see much of what you see.
This was the earlier batch of coons. I mean, they're white enough, but
Oh yeah, we used to see more of it than we do. We go through the grade to show you. What happens is when you're grading, I think I try to guess what it is and not what it ain't. So as long as it's white leather, this has got some bird access.
yep.
It's carrying some. Then what we call a slick's got to have a clear flank to it. In other words. There's a stranger. How are you? How are you?
Are you looking for a blue one?
Yeah.
This one right here. Yep.
I'll be right there. The blue one's the flank.
Yep.
The flanks won't be finished.
Yep.
You can always tell you're a good coon by putting them on.
Right.
Laying the backs up the belly. The good ones have the bellies up the
Yep.
So that one's got a full flank. Difference between that'd be a slack. We'll do them and then I'll show you when we split the colors.
Yep.
I mean the weight. Some of that is
That one's a little thin on the flank, ain't it?
and that one. Somebody pulled up. That one's just slight. That's another one that'd be slight. If it's a 1 and 2, so it's not a really nice coon.
Yep.
It's weak and then it's damaged. Then it's what we call our slight damage.
Yep.
And that one.
He's thin in there, yeah.
That's going to be
How much from hitting the tit on a sow?
the belly damage.
That don't hurt at all?
No,
Okay.
just try to pin it so it's. See when they tan them, see this tip line?
Yep.
They cut that out.
Oh, okay. So try and bring them in.
Yep, if it gets outside the tip line, this is.
Okay.
Bring it into the middle.
That's important, yep.
That's very good.
Because that happens.
That
You can
happens.
be the best
That
flesher
happens.
and
That
you ain't
happens.
paying attention. And
That happens.
we've shot the majority this year of our coons have been sows.
Yeah.
They must respond to the call or want to protect or, more than a boar. So
boar, yeah.
we've shot a lot of sows, which should be good because they're generally the better
You feel them
leather and the better, if they're a dry sow.
if they're dry stuff.
Yeah.
But if you feel them, the North Central will be like that.
Yep.
And then you feel that in the Silver Center. You can see it in the flank too.
Yep. So this is just shorter.
That's a North. These are North Central.
Yep.
That'd be what we call our head. Even that you can feel it.
So where we're from, would you say we're what, 30% heavies?
Yeah.
We are, okay. And then central, north central
Yeah.
would be the majority?
And then North Central.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a good coon there, ain't it?
Yeah, and you see along the flank. is?
Yep. That's that one.
Yeah.
And what? In the North.
Model has a long
In the
bed.
North Central, the flank would be shorter. Without touching it, where you could tell if it's going to be a heavy or a North Central like that.
Yes.
If you're
And their bellies are long
I
haired
very-
and
I very seldom touch them because you'd end up with whatever finger. This will tell you everything.
so that's a select A
No.
coon, would you say? or
Yeah,
not?
it's like the AV.
That would be. Okay. That's a sow. They have cleaner leather.
Yeah, and when you look at them like that, that's just that's a border.
Yep.
That's how they run. But we leave it in the heavies, but if they coon all run that heavy,
This is
they'll get
nice.
kicked out.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to buy an Arctic fox. Them aren't very good. That's what we call a 1 and a 2.
Yep.
Because of that.
Yeah, it didn't finish. It's a sow that lost its weaned its young ones,
Yes.
but it didn't finish. See, compared to
So it did a little later than
yeah, instead of having this nice.
This was
black
that good
eye
one right here.
And finished. It just didn't finish. It's just good. You can see how it's starting to curl and lay down. Yep.
So did this sow have young at all? One like this? Not at all. So this one didn't have, and that's why.
And you see that fur starting to curl.
Yep.
See how it's starting to curl?
Yep.
There's no wonder we'll push it up. And the wool on it's really thin. I know it's thin. You know, and I said the best way to do it is read them on lights, but you
got
can
a
see
good flank.
how it curls. Yep.
Yep.
It's a good. It's a really really good one to do.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that's good. But it didn't fit.
That's a good coon.
Yeah, it looks like. Yeah, it's just like to get through under the 3-bullet margin.
Yep. And when you're coon calling, you can't always get them in the head.
That one's that's where it goes section.
Oh, it's slipping.
Yep, right there.
Okay. Oh, you can see it through there.
Oh,
It's
yeah, you can
clear.
see it, yeah.
That's where you push the stick through, probably, right?
Yeah.
Because we were
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah, but you can see it.
Okay. So that one's no good at all. Yeah.
Yeah, one are forged.
Good thick coon.
That one got out. That one will be a slight just because it got outside the pattern.
Okay.
And there's no way you can bring it back. When they cut it, it's gonna go back down.
That one's slipping too.
That'd be a slight burdock.
Oh, okay.
Look with the burdock seed. That one's when it gets that scarred up.
Yep.
That'll be a regular slight.
How much do they matter when it's this?
That don't hurt. I
Just
don't
the
pay-
neck, because that's all on a lot of them,
I
right?
don't pay attention.
It's when it gets down in the back.
These are late ones. When you see them, they get this. See how that
Yep.
the leather's got that funny color? That's just temper stuff.
Oh, it is.
Really?
You get that funny look to them. That's
The,
just,
the brown.
yeah, you look at the coon. I bet you they had little,
We're getting it. We're seeing them all over.
very little fat on them. That'd be a regular slate.
Okay.
They'd have very little fat on them.
What causes this?
Oh, that's the conibear.
The big maroon?
The red, that don't really good, but
No, what causes it?
hemorrhaging from the conibear.
Imaging, okay.
I had the conibear.
I don't think we trapped any with conibear, but
Oh, okay.
just
That's
if they got shot.
We never had when the 160s came out.
Yep.
You see a lot more of that because it catches them on and kills them so fast or suffocates
Yep.
them. You'd see that. Never. It's cool. It's like, he's got all the big chicks.
Yep.
Everything.
So then color is next then, right? Do you gotta help that guy? Okay, yeah. What is this? Oh, Martin. I have no clue about the grade on this thing, but looks cool.
Pretty little animal.
Yeah. Jesus.
We didn't get that in Minnesota.
No.
Yeah, Tavares was the one of them.
Well, maybe at the True Bloods.
So the guys that would have
Bobcat.
they did all this outside.
Feel the belly on that thing.
That's cool. I want to catch one of those.
No.
Grays.
They're a coarse animal.
It's like a giant squirrel.
Yep. Mink?
I don't write them for that one.
What are they? That possum?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's a nice possum there.
It's a nice possum, Tony.
Very thin leathered. These are not easy to flesh. It's actually a really nice possum.
No, it was camouflage first that time.
Okay.
Yeah, no, a lot of them guys that come in here, I used to buy their perfume place. I got kids, buying from the grandkids, from
Yep.
their grandkids' kids. But yeah, a lot of them guys come in here. We came down for right now, it's back.
You did, okay. Yep.
Yeah. At that time we were Hudson Bay London.
Yep.
and the coloring line is never always exactly the same
Yep.
every year.
Yep.
Once you set your guide, okay, and it's gonna, after that, I'll show you, it's gonna, it can, that's, you see a yellow on it?
Yeah.
And it really is, and you know, the brightest colored coon will always be the smaller the size.
Like this one right here.
Yeah, 2X is always gonna be better than, yeah.
So is that your A color?
Yeah,
Okay.
we make an A, but you can see that's got a.
And then your D, is that a D then?
Yeah, unless it's got one. But basically it's shading,
That's a D, yep.
but basically it's shading. So let's just say these are gonna be our ABs.
Okay, yep.
You can already see it, that's a B minus, okay?
Yep.
You're gonna use this as your C guide, okay? And that is your D guide. The only reason you're gonna, and it will start to get orange.
Yep.
So we'll leave it, maybe. So then whatever you're coloring is, you basically is just you just match them up.
Yep.
And and you'll always get
Pretty good coon there, ain't it?
yeah, you'll always get borderlander. I mean, it's just, I don't care how you do it. That one is going to be a D. See how orange it is underneath.
So is that a central?
That's north central.
It is, because it's
Yeah.
lower. Yep, okay.
And then usually what happens is, and then when you put them in the rack, you always give it a double take. You know that that's the worst one in it.
Yep.
You know?
So generally, is it
And-
easier to get the bigger coon more of D color?
Yeah.
Because of the bigger bores?
Yeah, if you look at the sale, was it last year before?
Yep.
The D's watch. Did the D's bring more than the ABs?
They were close.
Or one was the same?
Yeah.
But your biggest coon will always be the D's.
Yeah.
Right? You're buying square inches, your dyers, you know, will bleach them.
That's what they're looking
You're
for.
buying square inches.
Yep.
Your smallest coon, like if you do a 4X, 5X, these are going to be almost all 4X. These are going to be mostly 5X.
Yep. So a garment market, that's when you want the,
The north sections, and the semis.
you do in the semis for the garment market.
The real flat southern.
Okay.
The problem is, we don't have them.
Yep, there ain't. But that's what brings value to the market?
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, yeah, actually, you know what, your color's really good. It really is.
So, but would you say the sows are more of an A?
Yeah.
B? Why is
If
that? Do
you
you know?
If you pull a top lot
Yep.
out of your coon, you pull a top lot, it'll almost always be south.
Really? Why is that?
Well,
They're just cleaner, they stay on their own?
so, I do, you know.
Because that's a pretty coon there.
It's bright C.
Because generally C color is
Just don't.
what we have a lot of, right?
Yeah, they're a little orange, but that one, even that's so bright.
Yep.
That should be a C. That's not a D.
Yep.
And you can always tell if you got A, B's in your rack. And when we put them in a rack like that,
Yep.
you can always tell if there's a poor colored coon in it by the tail. When you go by the rack. Okay? The tail will tell you, of course, that the one that's
So like this is your best coon.
with the darker tails. That would be the, yeah. But you can tell if you're doing them and all of a sudden you look and
You can see right there.
if you see one of these orange tails,
Oh yeah.
you know, like that one there, it's got an orange tail.
Yep.
Funny part is, it's such a nice coon for that tail, right? You know. Oh yeah, you'll tell.
Sow. See, these are all sows.
Probably are.
They are. There's one. Actually,
In your D would be the same.
the best one's a
But if
boar.
you picked out
Actually.
a borderline, let's just say you can't had a coon.
Yep.
You came up with just a. one coon, especially was out in the sun, and he said, "Is that a A, B, or a C?" I don't know.
You gotta have reference.
Yeah, one or the other.
Yep.
I don't know if I get it. And again, that there is actually, that is an awful nice. See it sticks out and it's too.
Yep.
It's just too. That's a baby.
So, or is there gonna be? Do you guys do top lot anymore?
Yeah, they did. They do. They sent some out last year. Yeah. Usually last year last year Raccoon didn't make one, so it was a 4X,
Yeah.
5X AB colors. And they had.
Okay. Because
Now they used to do them like in every section. I mean, I got them for Eastern semis.
Yep.
I want a top lot. I said, you want a top lot? Just throw one of your coons.
So how do you know when you go through all these coons? Like, hey, you look at this, you're like, that's the
You
best
pick out the
coon I've
best.
seen. So do you set this off to the side?
When you get done, you throw your ABs up.
Yep.
If you're gonna make a
Oh,
top
okay,
lot,
yep.
and then you pull out the best 10 or 20, whatever it
How much better do they? I mean, is that a top lot coon?
is. Yeah, some of them. Yeah, if we had top lots, that probably would have been.
That would be it.
Yeah.
Okay.
If
I
it
mean,
was in a
how
big-
much? What else can you look that's better than that?
Just the size. They have to be.
And these flanks are the
yes,
longest
like
you're
the
gonna
top
see.
lot would just be a 4X, 5X in
Okay.
there.
So and this is a 3X, so this obviously wouldn't make it.
No.
Okay.
Sometimes we do a 3X, 4X top lot.
So when we had the 4X, 5X select A and B on there, the stuff that brought $30 last year,
That was top lot.
that's your top lot.
That was
okay.
the top lot.
Because there was very few of them, but
Wasn't very many, no.
no,
And actually, the coon color wasn't that great. The coon are better colors this year.
they were way worse last year.
Yeah, the coon actually are running better,
Yep.
better color. I don't care what state you're from either.
Didn't that have anything to do with the
And you can
wild
see it.
weather we've had?
It must be because, but you see it in the tail. All the way through. If you took,
And people are more selective too now, which helps.
yeah, the size of it, but if you go through a rack, I'll show you. Look, you just,
Where are these from?
Western, there you go, Western. You can see those on there.
Yep.
I mean, these do.
Like that one sticks out.
Oh yeah, you can see that.
Orange.
There's a, that you see.
That's a lot brighter there.
Yeah. Two different. Well, yeah, I don't know where. When the guys bring it in, we do like multiple states.
Yeah.
And then I section. Yeah.
Look at that.
Huh? See?
It is, ain't it? No. Right there.
Yeah, if you want.
Oh no, he dried it in the cold, didn't he?
froze it. Yeah, and then they.
That's why it's like that.
And it didn't get to dry, so it's all.
Yeah.
But you can see that's a pretty nice breakfast. So
Yeah, it is.
that one's color is not so.
Yep.
It is up, but that was then nowhere near the color that one
Yeah,
was.
like this.
That's nice. Color.
Nice green. Yeah. Just sort of.
But it's an old style. You can see it by the tail.
Oh, you
It doesn't have that big bushy tail.
Oh, okay. Yep.
That's an old style too.
Yep. Yep. There you go. Thin. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, real thin.
Yeah, you can see it on the tail.
Are the sows?
That one had a little.
Are they worth putting them up yet or not? They aren't, are they?
Yeah, you could tell. So you go do a raccoon, like when I'm sizing. Right now, I'm just sizing the redder tails. That's why I might have kicked it over there. So, not I mean that they're not going to color out. I just like to mix them up so when I color them.
Yep.
I did yellow tails over there, so now I'll do this one. Whoever's these are from for me.
Yeah.
But if you go through, that's pretty nice. That's how we do. We just look. We tell. Hey, something down.
Is there any Easterns in here?
Not yet. They're coming.
They are, okay.
An Eastern coon is just a. You got one in there that's almost. I'll show you.
Yeah, let's look at that, man. They're a lot smaller.
Yeah. Good one narrow. Stretch them narrow. If you stretch them now, we get compensate for something.
Right. So what do you like?
Guys will have two-sided boards. They have a wide. Geez, nice.
That is nice.
He's got. They'll have two-sided boards, a wide one and a narrow one.
Yep.
You can't have a narrow 3X, right?
Yeah.
So what happens is when we do them, let's just say, and then you ought to see how many stretches you get.
These are wire stretches, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
But if we do, let's say, when I I grade them up, but when I color them the last time,
Yep.
if we're doing them, let's say we're doing a set of coon and the coon looks naturally narrow,
Yep.
I don't use a board itself. It doesn't fit with everybody. It looks,
Yep.
you know, you pick it up and you're going,
If it's unnaturally narrow.
yeah, it just don't look right.
So then you size it down, or?
Yeah, then we'll just, I just throw it out down the side.
Yeah, so you got 4X, 5X here.
Yep, so we already start with the big ones and then work our way down. So if we have a coon, yeah, they just stretch narrow, you swing with the head.
They're very narrow, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we just pick. A lot of guys will have two-sided boards. I don't know why, because, you know.
The only reason we do is because we bought out 2 different people.
Okay.
So,
But
because it's 7.5.
that's all.
Okay.
As long as it's got a wide shoulder to it, we're cool.
Yep. Okay.
There's some 8-inch.
So there's no docking on ours.
No,
'Cause we-
there's some 8-inch boards, but they got a narrow head, looks like a torpedo.
And if you stretch them too tight, you take away the heavy aspect.
Yeah, but I'd take square to go, heavier, You're not gonna really, if you stretch a coon,
You'll see the white marks.
if you stretch a coon and pull it here first, you'll never make that coon light.
Okay.
You can naturally punch the back.
Because we staple down and then we pull over with the pliers.
Yeah.
Yep. To make our line.
You can see, one thing about trappers, they don't have room to stretch them. Well, there, he did this
Big coon there.
same thing you did, right?
Mm-hmm. So if you pull that line, I seen the one coon over there. I seen where they just pulled this over to the belly side of the board. Then it don't matter, right?
Show you. If you do them,
It's just because it's on the back side.
I got some.
I see it on those racks over there. There was a couple that you could see are like a real definitive line.
Make sure they do that. If you go to work and I'll go show you. Yeah. Sure, we'll do it. Yeah, they bring the back, the belly around. On this rack over here? Yeah, I'll show you which one. Probably 4. If it's,
It was this guy right here. No, where the heck did he go? Oh, it's this one. Oh yeah.
no.
See how they brought that around to the belly side?
Yep. It's the same theory you got.
Okay, so it doesn't even matter.
It gets measured right in. Bases. It's gonna get measured right in there.
Yep.
I won't dock him the whole thing, but he's not getting a full size use. That's almost a 4X.
Mm-hmm.
And if that coon, let's just say that's a 3X,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and that's a 2X. That's a 2X coon because basically all you're buying is a flap there.
You need that line, right?
Yeah. So if you're gonna make something, now you got it. Or it's a slight damage in it. You know what I mean? They're gonna say, but how do I justify trying to lay that out and to plate it out in a garment when you got a big V in it?
Yep.
And that's basically just the stretching. What he does is, on these, his first pins are here and then he's pulling it this way.
Mm-hmm.
If you did the same thing and took these pins here, and it sounds weird, you think, well, you can't eliminate that, yeah, and you pull that down this way, you can square it up. You'd be bigger if you didn't do this. The reason they do it narrow like that in the East, that's pretty common, and then they use a 7-inch board.
Yep.
A wire, because they'll wrap it like that, and then they'll put a pin, choose pin.
Close
If you
pins?
put them on a 7.5, 8-inch board, you can't wrap it.
Because there's not enough coon.
So an Eastern coon, I mean, for the trade, they used to have, like if you had semi-heavies, you could have a narrower stretch.
Mm-hmm.
But from a manufacturer's point of view, if I'm buying a 2X coon, it's got so many square inches and it's a 2X coon, right?
Yep.
Now I got narrow ones and wide ones.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you're from Missouri doesn't mean you can stretch your coon 6 inches wide.
Yep. Yeah.
Because you don't have any big ones. Well,
Yeah.
you're right, you don't.
But you're better off making them, not stretching them as narrow and getting
I
heavier.
agree, but if it's wide, we'll promote. You will. Okay. I mean, I've got there's three X's that are way down to here, but they're wide. That's why it's cool. But there's no way.
So yeah, 3X.
Yep.
That's it.
But he was past the 4. He could have still made 4 and done it right.
You could have got a big 3X.
Yep.
I don't know if you'd have made it to 4. That's a long ways.
He'd have just been a really solid.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's kind of a balance thing. You don't want to hurt the shipper, but at the same time,
That's a good one.
you know, I don't know, maybe today with the place, but at the same time, you don't want to hurt the
Yep.
yeah. See, that's not quite. He tried, but
Yep. He tried.
and that's got wood chips. That's nice. Cool.
Part of our lives.
That is a nice one.
But I
Yep,
mean, there's
yep,
but
filled
if you
out.
look, there's a lot of really nice.
Select
The
cover.
coon is here, really good color.
Yeah.
The problem in the book is going to look like a different color. Because if you bought coon last year, you come this year and it's like, no, we sure made a bunch of ABs. What
Yep.
happened? The C's ain't with enough. It'll look like you push it.
Yes, it will.
After you do it a while like I have, they just kind of, oh, cool, and go, oh, yeah. You know, I don't have that. But yeah, these guys like this, you're talking about this. Yeah, now you had to stretch it to wrap it.
Oh yeah, you wrapped it. Yep.
See, because if it had been on the 8 inch,
But he'll be way back here for his actual grade.
see, if he'd have put that on a board, a normal size board, he wouldn't have been able to wrap it, right?
So is this an Eastern coon?
Nope, that's a Western.
It is.
Still got enough white in it. The only one that was, and Eastern's got a black, dark flank,
Okay.
and they're really good colors in the hand. It's kind of like that. The Eastern coon's really dull, and like that. They have
That.
black,
Okay.
They
Yep.
have black flanks.
Oh, no.
Yeah. That's, yeah. Instead of the nice white flanks. An Eastern coon, it's just a white flank versus a dark flank.
Yep. And you can tell they're a lot thinner. Right. The leather is thinner, correct?
Yeah.
Quite a bit. Like
For the most part.
you can tell when you hold them out. Like a Western,
And it's
it'll stand like a board.
yeah,
Yep.
that's a female.
Okay.
Females tend to have thinner leather. Other than that,
How are you liking
here's
your...
when we went here. This is the last two coon we planted.
See, I can answer your question. How
See,
do you...
they started rubbing.
Yep.
See here?
Yep.
And when you see even this little bit of gray,
Yep.
even though that's tight, that's gonna go, and up here, that's bald.
Yep.
Yeah. So this one here, these boards that I got, this is the original board that we set the parameters on the board sizes.
How are you cutting your windows, Greg? Like,
I don't,
you don't?
when I get done skinning it, I don't hardly, I just trim it.
You just trim it to make it look... So that
Yeah.
you can be behind the pecker line and...
Yep.
Is
But when
this
I
a
get
sow?
done, I don't have a window.
So if this happens every now and then, you're doing a sow, you catch a tit up here, and it lays on you, breaks open. If you try and just clean this edge off and it's cut like this,
Yeah, imagine that. Right in here, really, I don't.
it's
throw
still
anything.
fine as long as it's in here.
Even before they tan them and stuff, they'll split them like this.
They do.
Because there's a phenomenon.
Yeah.
The only problem I got is you guys can dry them slower in here. It gets a little warm. The faster you dry them, the thinner the leather.
Yep.
So these, before I get done with them, I'm going to put them in the freezer. Tighten them back up. Because that grease in the fur, everybody washes them.
Yep.
That grease, I got them too clean.
Yeah, that's really clean.
And when
They do.
I know, that's my...
So do you want this grease
Yeah,
to be
yeah,
on them a
no,
little bit?
that's-
Okay.
The problem here is it just runs off.
Yep.
But I had, otherwise, best thing is put them in cold storage. Tightens them up.
We get plenty of that.
But that's, you can
Oh.
tell.
What would you recommend for, so when we started in early November, and now it's end of January, after they're dried off the board, what would be ideal? Like
Where to store 'em.
Where to store them? In-
40, 45 degrees.
And no fluctuation, right? Would be ideal.
Oh, you can. You can put
Okay.
them out. We used to have a cold and might store them when we did them at home in the shed. We put them out. We hung them outside, out in the cold room. So if it was 0, that's what it was. Man.
So that's not that big a deal when they're going up and down?
No.
Okay. We're just curious because, like, you know, the
I know.
crazy temperatures we've had, we've been up to 55 and down to negative 20.
Yep. So we just hung
'Cause-
them outside, and that's it. I don't like hanging them in the first shed because they just keep running out.
Yeah, that's,
Yes.
and that's what,
That's what we do.
oh no, we've been putting them outside,
Yeah, we hang them outside.
in the
yeah.
barn.
So,
Yeah. But they did. You ain't got the half the problems they got.
All slipping.
that one was slipping, right? Yeah, I seen that. Oh, man.
All those two. That was gonna. No, I'll just. wait
Coyotes
So
can,
those are all just garbage.
yeah.
till- What happens is, this guy wants to say stuff. I'll come up and switch it and the price goes
Coyotes are very easy
up. Yeah.
to slip. We put some up, and we don't do a lot of them, but,
Oh, nice.
oh no. It ain't easy, and it ain't cheap putting coyotes up, that's for sure. It's $15 each
If
one.
they weren't slip, would they be good coyote too?
Decent. But they're light enough, semi.
So,
But that happens. I mean, it happens a lot more. But that's why.
On coyotes.
on coyotes.
Coon are pretty durable, ain't they?
Yeah, but it happens.
Yeah, it does.
Oh yeah, we had the one.
I mean, and the best thing is, and you guys get them enough. You know, one, because all your coyotes online, they haul them up like trucks. They're a little green now. By the time you get them freezing, draw them up. They're really green.
Let me look at your coon. So, the way ours are skinned. See, this is what he's doing different. He's stapling here and then pulling in. I always have. I cut it off, but I always have that little. Not so much on this one. That little
And-
triangle,
Yeah, and sometimes I have that.
and you'll just trim it off.
Yeah. No, I'll just leave it.
Just
always
because
start-
I'd have a triangle like this big, and if you don't cut it off, it'll fold back over.
Sometimes you will. Yep. Sometimes you'll have it's just a little piece hanging there, and
And-
it's only on the main.
and it won't dry very well.
No. So I do is I
It'll
pull-
rot.
I pull. My first thing is I grab the side down, put my legs so you can see the leg is just on it, and I pin it right there first,
Okay.
and I just work it in, and you complete it like that, and then from there, sometimes I have that little thing there. I cut that off.
Yeah.
'Cause then
Okay, that's what I've been doing. I was just
You
curious.
know, I got guys that, and it works. It's a goofy stretch, but I tell you what, he maximizes the size is they take those flaps, they pull them down as far as they can.
Mm-hmm.
And so you got this flap hanging there, and then they pin off the side of it, but they still have that big flap. Then they measure them, right where you normally would.
Mm-hmm.
I had something like that, and no, one of the guys that did that, I had it from him. He wanted to show me how he did it, and I did it. I knew exactly what it was stretch. It came out exactly where my number do it that way. But it looks like you're losing size.
Yep.
It came out exactly the same. See, for him it was easier rather than doing that. We just pulled them flaps in it. We pulled them all the way down. They came down about this far.
Yeah.
That holds my size.
As long as
You're
you
gonna cut
dry
them
it
off. He goes, nah, I ain't cutting them off. I'm gonna leave them. Wait. The coon looked a little different, but you know what?
Yep.
He got the size out of them. They dried heavy. And you'll still see guys do that every so often. They pull them flaps that you're talking about cutting off. They come straight down and they pin off the side of it, leave it on.
So is this, are we getting a little more
Yeah.
optimism
Oh yeah.
this year?
Yeah. No, basically, see, I mean, at one time, you end up with 10,000 coons at 150,000.
Yep. Do you think we'll get to 20,000 coon this year?
Maybe for the whole year.
Wow. That's unreal.
Maybe for the whole year.
So is that, if we can get some demand, is there demand starting, do you think, or not?
I think so, I think if we had what we used to, like when Apple's been,
Yep.
they'd have 300,000, we'd have 150, 200,000.
Yep.
I don't think the market can stand that.
They couldn't, no. But I
I don't
mean,
think-
10,000, if they get a little demand,
But to be honest with you, for the last 10 years, we've been kind of overproducing coon anyway.
Because the demand's that bad.
Demand kept dropping, we kept producing.
Yep.
We're a lot more efficient in that. When the market went up in the 80s, you go back in the early 80s, find out how many guys caught 100 coon.
Yeah.
Not very good.
Yep.
Now we're to 100 a day.
Yep. I know.
Yeah, same pie, just more people taking a piece.
Yep.
But in them days, just because of the equipment and everything else, there was very few 100 a year coon trappers.
Yep.
These were going buying. And now, now it's somebody you don't want.
Yep.
I want to do my
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one time they killed a lot of them.
Yep.
But they
It's-
could reproduce, one time the U.S. produced them.
Million coon, yep. I remember in 13 when that big sale happened. Well, I don't know if there was a million there or not, but
I don't know what was at the auction, but I averaged $51. Had 140 coon or something on the sale.
But you know what everybody forgot to look at? The next sale, May. What did it say?
They
Went,
cut in
it went
half.
down to 35.
May was gone.
yep.
I averaged 35 on it. And then that was what sold. What didn't sell, I don't remember.
May was gone.
Yep. And the top lot, would you have
I
$240
had
top
$240
lot?
top lot on that
Yeah,
sale.
that was kind of that
Just
was
a-
that. Actually, that sale really is now that it's done. Ended up wrecking it from $3 million.
That was the last push, and then it.
Hey, how are you doing? Good. You're right. That was. I mean, after that, the deal was all played along and all that. Paid money and spent it. Lost way too much.
So,
Yeah, you
ranch mink.
listen to that.
What? What do you say?
Well, I said that everybody that I told dealers,
Yep.
I had dealers. I said next year close your doors. I
Yes.
said, listen, we did that.
Yep.
Just because
And I know a lot of people that did, and people wanted to buy them at a loss.
Everybody that made money,
Yep.
they were dealers, ended up losing twice as much.
Because they were giving you $30 for a prime coon because they thought the market was going to be strong, and it.
Down the road, they sold it for $2.
Yeah.
Everybody that actually was the demise of the poor market.
Yep.
We'd be stronger if that never would have happened.
Yeah.
That big sale. Yep.
Yeah.
And what was pushing that? The ranch mink obviously was very valuable.
I'll tell you sometime.
Okay.
I'm not doing anything.
Okay. So,
That was a premeditated.
yep, no, I know. And most of us in the,
And, I mean, it'd be no different now. Let's say we got 10,000 crew. If you took 7,000, 8,000 of them and drove the price up now to, let's say, a $30 average.
yep, mass production next year, and
And then just don't come back.
we're right back to it, yep. So we need the demand to pick up, and
And everybody that got involved in that sale, including manufacturers, lost a ton of money.
yeah, they did, yep.
That was, and ultimately broke that.
Yep. Well, there just ain't, I mean, there's no fur buyers in our, around.
And the problem with the trade is the young crappers, they don't have, they're never gonna put it up. But
No.
The young fur buyers, you want to learn to flesh and run down the fur buyer.
Yep,
Go down WR.
yep,
They're fleshing, they'll show you how to do it.
yep,
Go back there and watch.
yep,
They encourage you to put them up. They'll
Yep.
put them up. And, so the fur buyers all disappear.
yep, they're all gone.
And the young guys, they could go in there and eventually, they might only be 16 now, but someday they're gonna get the bug.
Mm-hmm.
And then they get older, they don't quit, you know. but
We'll let you talk with him.
Oh, you can put them up here. The guys have a mistake when you color them, just open them up and start doing this to them.
So you push through with your hand.
I don't, most of the time I don't even do that. You can lay them out and you can see.
So this one's even a little better.
Yeah.
Okay, this one just
It's
has a little
not
more
big,
yellow
but
in it.
You can see, I mean, yeah, if you get up, you start doing this, they're all gonna look yellow. This screws your eyes.
So these are the 3X's that we're bringing.
Yeah, but
$18 last year, 2X. Okay.
Yeah. That's that eastern. Just see how dark it looks?
Yeah.
Doesn't have much contrast as the western.
So these are what you're getting down South Iowa.
Nope. That would be Indiana and over.
This would be okay.
But there's parts of Pennsylvania that'll get a coon that looks just like ours.
Yep.
And if you go in these parts of Wisconsin, if you get over on the right along Lake Michigan, will get coon that look like this.
Okay. So how far can you go into Iowa where you lose the western aspect?
Oh, you
of
won't
it?
lose the western. It just turns into a semi.
A semi. Okay.
It happens. There's a rule of thumb where you use Highway 80.
Highway 80. After
don't
that,
know
you go into
exactly.
semi. So are they more central then?
North Central is semi.
North Central.
You're not gonna get any heavy stuff down there.
There ain't.
You're not gonna get. And these, of course, are just be big. If it's not, the fruit didn't fall out now, it will when it's done.
Okay.
The coon is sure good, right? I mean,
So do we have anything here that's really hurting us? No. This is all a pretty good batch?
no, you're right. Nothing. No, there's nothing that's. Absolutely nothing that's hurt. Yeah.
Okay.
No. Some late ones there to get grubs and.
Yep.
Gonna have that.
So how bad did those hurt? Them little holes where they get,
Yeah. That'll be a. We make a good
Slate
slate
two?
and a regular slate would be a slate two.
slight two,
The
okay.
problem with, usually we always use January 25th, 15th is when they start getting that.
Yes.
This last 2 years, when I set, right before Christmas, I was getting that already pulled up. First time I seen that one, I showed that rub one.
Yeah.
Next day I pulled it again. No.
Last year was a lot earlier, because we're still hunting and we're seeing it, but not near as.
Yeah. But you guys up.
And the 3X coon are really clean and they're just getting to fully prime, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Because
And
they're
by
still
us-
growing fur.
And by us, it started, we were warm, we just had a lot more parasites. That's what it is, you know.
Okay.
We got a ton of parasites.
And it's been, I mean, this is the warmest
But
fall, winter.
the nice thing is the flanks are just bright on them,
I know it is.
like that.
Yep.
You know, for a blue leaded cone.
Yep.
You know, if I didn't tell you what color leather was, you'd say it was a select.
Yep.
So that's what you call a first Roman
So it'll be a slight.
Nope. Nope. Yeah, one. A one's
One.
just Roman one, yeah. A
So
first.
if these have the good fur like this, can it still bring close to?
Oh, yeah.
It can.
Sometimes
Just
they'll
depends
bring
on
more.
what they're looking for.
Like sometimes these, if will bring as much. A good colored first will usually bring more than not in the 4X, 5X, but in the 3X than a 3X D color.
Okay.
Because then they know when the D colors are buying all the big cool.
Yep.
What color is it? That's a D.
So last year they were mainly buying on size.
They did a lot of it.
Yep.
One thing is when you're coloring, it's
Yeah.
hard because if you're coloring like this and then let's say I go out to the mailbox and back, it'll take half an hour to get your eyes back. You'll come in here and you'll wonder, and or
Yeah.
you'll grade it, you'll color it, and when your eyes get tired, you can go aside and do some up. When you come back in the morning, and you wonder, did I do this last night?
Well, we've heard.
Your eyes are muscle, so it'll vary. But and then the final one is when we bought them and you count them out. Then, when we count them, it'd be like if I gave you, and sometimes the guys have never colored in their life. You've seen them. So let's just say I gave you these, and I said we got to count these out in bundles of 10. Okay, and just if you see something you don't like, just lay it on top for me. So, and I always will give them at first definite ABs. And then we go through and then all of a sudden, oh, that one looks yellow, then you just lay it out. Then you go back, but that one looks really yellow.
Yep.
So then when you come back, you have all done for it. You don't call it or anything, you do a size, but especially if you get somebody with young eyes, we can get together. And some people are shade blind. They can't do it. You know, you could have a D in there that won't see it. And the next
Yeah.
one, person, it's just the way we put together. I guess we can pick them out. You know, from a mile away.
We need one of them guys grading.
Yeah, some of them don't know anything about fur, but they got. So I just borrowed their eyes.
Yep.
And they're really good at it. You know, they'll flip them up like this. And if you see something that don't match,
Yeah, this one
Yank it out.
sticks out compared to everything.
yeah, and take those out. The worst thing is when you're coloring, you can't take one of the better cool. If
Oh,
you're setting
yeah.
the line, you're only short on the very we filter right.
So,
But you do that with just about every article you color. And when you start, we call it a guide. You just gotta set a line.
do you see the heavies advancing? We get enough?
Yeah, the problem with the coon market is we need the north central to advance.
You're right, because that's the majority.
That's the sticker.
Yeah, because they're just cherry picking right now.
Years ago, that the garment guys, when you get more for north central than,
Because of the color?
and that was the right weight because of the trimming. Now the trimmers want weight.
They do. Okay. So if we see an advance, it'll be in the heavier,
Yeah, that's
Cool.
what we needed in the north central.
and we need 100% clearance, and
Yeah, you need that. You need it in the north central.
those are early.
That's good because it advanced. But your early coon, for the most part, you can always tell them when you get in the shed, you can if you took all your coon
Yep.
and laid them on their back so the bellies are in the air, you can pick all your good ones out because
It's thin.
these will have round.
Yep.
You'll see it in the flanks, right?
Yep.
You can go. Now
Curly.
All them black bellies. See, that's kind of like an Eastern. I wouldn't put it in there, but
Yep.
they're dark. Yep. And you can just see the finished bellies. You can see them on the road too, but these early coolers, it used to be it didn't hurt because you make it up in color.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
And damages, they didn't have the rubs.
Yep.
So you'd have all these early cool, but they'd always be clean leathered. But we need a 2X market to make it work.
I know. That's the majority of your coon.
Yeah, if you want numbers, you
Numbers.
gotta, I've done that before.
Yep.
Not the only one.
Yep.
But if you want
When you do these big, heavy bores,
they are big time.
and you got to use your sharp knife a lot more.
And if you gotta leave a little on, don't worry about it.
Yep.
If it dries, we don't throw it out.
Okay.
You know, if you had a spot in there that you look at it a couple days, it's still white, it dries up real fine. You don't have to, don't get them as clean as I do. Look at that black leather coon, right?
Yep. That was as good. Yep.
Look at the flanks on it,
I know.
you know? The only thing they don't want is, the only time we have to throw these in the ones and twos is a first. Remember this when you flesh them. Sometimes
Yep.
there's nothing you can do with it. A first can't have the guard, feel the guard hairs.
Oh yeah, or they're.
If that leather is this dark and smooth,
Yep.
it'll stay in the first.
When you got the hairs, the follicles start popping through. Is that what you're talking about?
because
'Cause it's
they're-
too thin a leather, right?
No,
is that why
it's
it's
just
doing it?
they're still feeding
Oh,
the
okay.
fat, so when you see that, especially when that good, you can help it.
Because when you're
Just
using that
loosen.
rough knife, you're putting a lot of pressure on
Yeah,
it.
just loosen it up a little bit.
Okay.
Hopefully they don't. Sometimes I got it. There's nothing you can do about mine.